Good morning, friends. This is trade plan for 6th of November 2020. And today, Asia has opened a little soft. SGX is about 12,143. Now, let's have a look at the Snp charts. S&P has hit its trend line at higher levels, and from there is a bit of profit booking. I think today market could be soft, and like yesterday I said that around 12,080, 12,060 thereabouts, the market could correct. It's a small dip. Similarly, on the bank Nifty, you could have dips towards 26,000, 26,100. I think S1 on both Nifty and Bank Nifty. S1 is 12,056 on Nifty. S1 is about 26,086 on Bank Nifty. So these are sort of corrections we should look for, but overall there seems to be a mood of profit booking, and that way I think the market will give an opportunity for people who have not been able to participate or enter. So price action is important. I am giving you the broad ranges: 12,050 to about 12,050 to about 12,080 on the Nifty, and on the Bank Nifty about 26,000 thereabouts. So, but the important bit is that don't be in a hurry, because otherwise, you may be early, because there are lots of long positions, and once market starts to correct, you are likely to see lower levels. Now, having said that, individual stocks, we could go long today on BPCL, Bajaj Finance, Muthoot Finance, Tata Steel, and Sun TV. So there shouldn't be any doubt in terms of the trend. So no need to be short, but a bit of softness and overall could be sideways and choppy. So look for smaller profits, and be careful about the futures on Dow, etc., getting a little worse, because the sort of pattern we are getting here, there is some trend line resistance on the S&P 500. Okay, now this is what the Nifty chart shows. Basically, is breaking away from the action, massive gap. Ideally, we should look for a filling of this gap, because this sort of a large gap, 200 points, may not be sustainable. Okay, So the market must come back towards 12,000 at some point to fill this gap. That may not be today, but chances are that you may not get follow through while this gap is there, and maybe it's either sideways or down. Similarly, Bank Nifty is way too vertical. So I think it needs a bit of decline and consolidation before it becomes good enough to buy again. And ideally, even here, we want this gap to be filled. So 200 on 5 minute is about 25 900, etc. So broadly, you are getting a range that if a good dip develops, I think you have the broad levels with you. This 200 on the 5 minute on Nifty is likely to rise to about 12,050, 60. So a decline into those levels will create a strong buying opportunity. So that should be basically it. Let's have a look at intraday charts of Reliance. I think Reliance looks excellent. It's it's very sideways, and you could have another upside breakout. Similarly, HDFC Bank, again, it's in an uptrend and would again start to move higher. Both these stocks above yesterday's high look like. Infosys, excellent move into 200. This is something I would look for. TCS has declined intraday towards the 200. Again, Infosys, TCS both look like they could move up. HDFC Bank is near its 200. So I would like to mark Infosys, TCS and HDFC. So is ICICI Bank near its 200. So look for expansion on these stocks. Bharti Airtel is showing you a mild kind of decline. So Infosys, TCS, HDFC, ICICI and Bharti Airtel, these 5 plays for the intraday would be useful. That should be it for right now. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.